Brilliance Audio presents the abridged recording of Phantom Evil by Heather Graham, performed by Jeff Cummings.
The House on Dauphine.
Mommy?
She had dozed, Regina Holloway thought. The word, the whisper, was something she had conjured in her mind. She had been so desperate to hear it spoken again. Waking, not opening her eyes, she listened to what was real, the sound of musicians down the street and the spattering of applause that followed their jazz numbers, the deep, sad heartbeat of the saxophone, the distant noise of the mule-driven carriages that took tourists around the historic French Quarter, sometimes the sound of laughter. Yes, she knew what was real and what wasn't. She was learning to live without the painkillers that had gotten her through the first months after Jacob had been lost. The painkillers had given her several strange visions, but none of them ghostly.
Mommy?
But she heard the word, and she heard it clearly. She opened her eyes, and a scream froze in her throat. A little boy stood there. A little boy just about Jacob's age, 7. He was dressed in Victorian-era breeches, a little vest and frock coat, knickers and boots. And an axe blade cut into his skull, the shaft protruding from it. A trail of blood seeped down the sides of his face.
Mommy, it hurts. It hurts so badly. Help me, Mommy,
he said, looking at her with wide, blue, trusting eyes. She so desperately wanted to scream. She had seen her son in dreams, but this wasn't her son. She knew the stories about the house, knew about the murders that had taken place here just after the Civil War.
Mommy, please. Mommy, I need you.
It wasn't Jacob, and it wasn't Jacob's voice. And Jacob had been killed in a car accident 6 months ago. A drunk driver had nearly killed them all, veering over 3 lanes on I-10 late at night. She wasn't hearing her son's voice, just his words.
Mommy, it hurts. It hurts so badly. Help me, Mommy.
Jacob's words, those he had spoken when she had held him at the hospital, just seconds before the internal bleeding had taken his sweet, young life. This was not Jacob. No.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?